Today is Thursday, November 23rd, 2017, Thanksgiving. Giving you the preview of today's Thanksgiving games. The Minnesota Vikings 8-2, 3-1 on the road, travel to Detroit to play the Lions. We're 6-4, 2-3 at home. Injuries for the visiting Vikings, all listed as questionable. Andrew Sendejo, safety. Mike Remmers, offensive tackle. Brian Robinson, defensive end. For the Detroit Lions, Dwayne Washington, running back, is out, along with Jamal Agnew, a cornerback. Ezekiel Ansah, defensive end, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, a linebacker, are questionable. Big game. Detroit has still quietly gotten themselves involved. They're 6-4, certainly in the thick of things in the wild card. They are 2 games back, but they did already beat the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. So a victory today, they would own the tiebreaker and only be a game back. So Detroit certainly has a lot to play for. So does Minnesota, don't get me wrong, but it certainly doesn't look as bad as well as Minnesota is played for the Detroit Lions. Can they establish a running game? Amir Abdullah is still under 500 yards through 10 games. Case Keenum playing very well for the Minnesota Vikings. Just over 100 incompletions on 300 passes exactly. Almost 2,200 yards. He also hasn't played as much as Matt Stafford has. Now, Matt Stafford has almost 2,800 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Stafford is quietly involved in the MVP discussion. A lot would depend on where Detroit finishes at the end of the year, but certainly he's doing very well this year. Golden Tate, their top receiver, playing very well for the Detroit Lions. He's distributed the ball a lot, but Golden Tate has still been that top option. Only 3 touchdowns, but 59 receptions and 691 yards. I really like Latavius Murray. He's coming on for the Minnesota Vikings. They've kept him on ice a little bit. Weren't involving him much. He's below 4 yards per carry, but he's been playing very well. This is a good game to look for. You do have the Sendejo potential injury being out, Brian Robertson as well. Those guys were questionable last week, so we'll see if anyone of them are not able to go for the Detroit Lions. This sets up interesting. That would certainly be beneficial to the Detroit Lions. Minnesota is favored by 2.5. Interesting game. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving to really make things interesting in the NFC North. I like 27-24. The Los Angeles Chargers, 4-6, 2-3 on the road, travel to Dallas to play the Cowboys, who are 5-5, and they still are just terrible at home at 2-3. Injuries for the Chargers, all listed as questionable. Hayes Puller III, linebacker. Corey Liu, defensive tackle. Joe Barksdale, offensive tackle. Travis Benjamin, wide receiver. Mike Williams, wide receiver. For the Cowboys, Sean Lee is out. The rest are questionable. Lyle Collins, offensive tackle. Anthony Hitchens, linebacker. Tyron Smith, offensive tackle. Dan Bailey, place kicker. Let's see if Bailey is able to go. Lee, of course, is a serious injury. The Cowboys struggle to stop the run when he's not in. Melvin Gordon has quietly come on. He's he's still below 4 yards per carry, but he does have over 600 yards. 5 touchdowns. Phillip Rivers is playing very well. We know he can go downfield. The Cowboys allow teams to throw the ball on them as well with the style of defense they play. Dak Prescott had a bad game last Sunday. Let's see if he's able to recover. Dallas absolutely has to have this one. Of course, the Chargers, after being 0-4, have gone 4-2. This is an interesting game here. A lot is telling me to go with the Chargers in this one, considering how poor the Cowboys are at home, how much they're reeling right now. I don't think that the Cowboys will allow themselves to lose this game. I expect Tyron Smith to play. Let's say Lyle Collins can't go with the right side. They'll probably have to move either Bell or Chaz Green over there, but you're certainly a lot better off on the right side than you are on the left side if you're missing your starting offensive tackle. It's going to be difficult for the Cowboys. Let's see if they can establish something with the running game. I'm expecting them to get the victory. I like 24-20, but that could go either way, and I don't have much faith in the Cowboys. The Giants, 2-8, 1-4 on the road, travel, and the Chargers are actually favored in that game, if you can believe that. Travel to Washington to play the Redskins, who are 4-6, 2-3 at home. Injuries for the Giants. B.J. Goodson, linebacker. Justin Pugh, guard, out. Damon Harrison, defensive tackle. Olivier Vernon, defensive end. Kelvin Shepard, linebacker, are questionable. For the Washington Redskins, Martell Spate, linebacker. Zach Brown, linebacker, are questionable. Chase Roulier, center. Terrell McLean, defensive tackle. Monte Nicholson, safety, are out. The Giants got the win. I would expect the Giants are 2-8 right now. I think they're going to finish, let's say they were 1-8 last week. I think they're going to finish above 500 down the stretch. I think Washington is reeling. They've lost 2 tough games the last couple weeks that have really hampered their playoff chances significantly. It's going to be very difficult for them. A short week, the Giants coming in off a victory. I think because of that, the Giants will put all the problems and distractions they've had behind them, and they will get the victory in this game. I'm liking a score of 31-27. I think Kirk Cousins will have the turnovers. He's only at 5 thus far this season, but I think he's due for it in this one. I just think Washington is going to be reeling in this game, and the Giants are going to figure things out moving forward for the rest of the season. All right, when these games go final, we'll give you the recap of them tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for that, and of course, we appreciate all subscriptions as well, and then be sure to stay tuned when we do the game picks for the rest of this week come Saturday. Thank you all so much, and have a good Thanksgiving.